Well, I think your expectations should always be very high. But you have to want that, because I think you've got to approach that with your undivided 24/7 attention, just like anybody else before me, or you're not going to get there. You've got to do it with passion. It's got to be heartfelt. You got to be able to, because you're not going to make, you always hear about these guys and they make all this kind of big money and everything, but they didn't always make that big money. You've put in a lot of hard hours for very little money for a lot of years. And I think that's what discourages a lot of these young guys, because they want that right now success. But in this profession, that's not possible. There's so much knowledge to be absorbed, and knowledge only gets you so far. You've got to have tremendous amount of on-the-job experience. You got to be out there consistently every day, just like those guys are before you. None of those guys got there. They just didn't show up and it happened for them. They put in a lot of sweat and suffered, and with a minimal amount of money for the job you're doing to get to that level. Well, you get to that level, then it's all great, but you got to get there first. And that's where most people fall short. They don't have the passion to get there. And you're going to sacrifice along the way. Sometimes your marriage sacrifices. Sometimes it's your kids, your relationships. You don't have another life. That is your life. You eat, sleep, and breathe that. Now, sure, as you progress on and you start escalating up that scale, well, yeah, then all these other factors can start coming into your life. But until you get to that point, which most people don't, it's a very low percentage of guys that ever achieve that. So if you're not willing to put all that into it, you're just not going to get there, no matter who you are. You've got to put in the time. You've got to put in the experience with a guy that is already at that level.